Okay, Zeke. So we're going to have a new protocol with these videos, just to ensure that neither you nor I start to dominate the videos. What we're going to do from here on is that you and I, we either get to introduce the subject or we get the last word, but not both. With this particular video, what's your preference? Do you want to introduce it, or would you like to have the last word? Well, I think I'd like the last word. I mean, the last word is the one that lingers, you know. Okay, all right, so I get the kind of set the context, frame everything. What we're going to talk about here, we'll sort of take a fresh view of things, and the subject of this particular video is going to be civil conversation. Do you have any thoughts about what constitutes a civil conversation? What makes it a good exchange where people learn from each other, they advance each of their state of knowledge? What are your thoughts on these? Well, I think it's something that needs to be talked about more, because so much of the debate these days and so on it's not respectful. In the ideal state, a conversation is a meeting of the minds, and there are often sort of pregnant pauses in that conversation where one party is considering what the other party has said. I see what you're saying there, and I think it's well put. Yes, rather than reacting quickly and angrily, sometimes without fully considering what has been said or the underlying facts of the situation, then the conversation can start to devolve, if you will. And then one party starts to interrupt the other party. No, let me just hold on just a moment there. In terms of that interrupting thing, you got to be aware that some people just tend to go off. They talk, and you got to be able to interrupt now and then if they start going on. Hold on just a second there. I think there is something to be said for truncating a conversation, particularly if whoever it is going on and on, not making a whole lot of sense, just sort of meandering in their train of thought, and the other person is hold on here just a moment. This video is going no place, and if we could, I would just like to get the last word and kind of cut our losses, if you will. Okay, so go ahead. You have the last word. I would just say that in terms of a good civil conversation, it has to be a partnership rather than a power struggle, because people, you don't win a conversation. You win the trust, or you earn the trust of the person you are talking with. That's what civil conversation is all about. Okay. No, that's not okay. I get the last word here. If you say okay, you're like assuming some power to approve or not approve of what I said. I get the last word. You got it? Sure. Don't get all bent out of shape about it. I'm not getting all bent out of shape, but you set the rules here. You got the introduction, I get the last word. Give me that fucking phone! That's my phone!